And welcome, guys, to yet another cast from your favorite custom Mega Guy. On your screen here, you can see an advertisement for Tau. Tau being a clan that I'm attached to. Their practice is happening on Sunday, which is in a couple of hours from now. Actually, 100 plus Dota players in all time zones, roughly 20 to 30 odd Australian New Zealand players, and they're looking to recruit. They got weekly practices, as I've already said, but they've also got structured play. So if you want to jump on board and want to learn something, they're good to join into, but they're also fun and friendly. So, most of all, that's the most important. Quick plug in here for D2NZ. Quickly jumped across D2NZ, specifically for the New Zealand community at www.facebook.com/Dota2New Zealand. This group of individuals run events that's going to lead me to their next plugin. Then we got Kiwi Challenge Series 2, 12th to 20th of July, so just starting next week. Add a Dota 2 New Zealand to your Steam account. So you can watch those games. D2NZ will be casting those games. I will be doing a unofficial spectator casting. But yeah, 18 teams going head to head. Going to be a lot of fun. Go along to their page and click like. The more likes they get, the more sponsors they can get. They're looking to do another event in August, I believe it is, or just after the TI3. 24 teams, hopefully, is the goal, and we'll see how successful we're going into the game now. It is a pub game, randomly one that I found in a lobby. It is a captain's mode, and they've already started drafting. No Kakasta, obviously. You can see here they've got a life stealer. Pick up a first pick is Lifestealer. Lifestealer being one of those strong heroes. You know, we talk about it so often in that trailing position, or even just in a 2-1-2 split. He's really good in laning position. You know, in pubs sometimes you see him in filling that jungle role, though I don't see that at all. I see him as being in that laning position. You've also got there are two bands there on your screen, as you can see. There's Banned Out Life. Sorry, they've banned out Batrider and Visage. Batrider, a lot of first bans on Batrider lately. Very few games that I've casted in the last 3 weeks consist of any Batriders whatsoever. And we've got Visage here as a pickup, as a ban. Visage also being one of those strong heroes in the trail lane. Not them not wanting to fight against any kind of structured trail lane that has a Visage in it. In the Radiant team, you can see here they're banned off both Wisp and Trent. Both of those heroes having really strong global presence in terms of their abilities. Wisp obviously being able to teleport somebody in, and Trent with both that global heal, but also more importantly, from my perspective as somebody who plays Trent, that amazing ult that goes through BKBs, that's an awesome initiation, can really tie people in position and lock them down. So good that they've looked at the banning off what I think is one of the better heroes in the game. And their first picks up a Shadow Demon and a Clockwork. Already I can see here they're starting to go for in my mind, it's going to be a trial lane. It's going to trial lane. It's going to have a Shadow Demon in it. Great initiator with that disruption, but more importantly, that Soul Catcher. That Soul Catcher being really underrated by a lot of players, not realizing how powerful or potentially powerful that Soul Catcher is. And they picked up Clockwork probably for that solo off-lane position. Clockwork, or possibly mid. I've seen Clockwork mid in a couple of games just recently. But yeah, very good. Clockwork being picked up there. And Queen of Pain being picked up by the Dire for that mid position. Queen of Pain having that natural synergy with Lifestealer in terms that he can get inside her and they can do a Lifestealer bomb with Queen of Pain followed up by Scream. But also Queen of Pain having her own in her own right, being that hero that can dominate the mid position, can easily get rune domination and therefore sort of push harder or basically punish the whoever is going to be in that mid position against her, because I don't see Queen of Pain being anywhere but mid. Possibly could be in a solo position or as part of a trial lane. I have seen that on occasion, but in this particular pickup, I do think it's going to be that mid position. We're looking at into the second set of bans. So we look at Weaver being banned out for that long lane solo hero. I think that's possibly a wise decision. No, it's an unwise decision. They've already picked up a Clockwork. Are they going to pick up two heroes to fulfill long lane role? I'm not really sure. But that We've already been banned out, and Lone Druid being banned out by the Radiant team, or Meklevl Gaming. They don't want to fight a farmed out Druid or a Druid that's in that solo lane position. They've also banned out, so look at all the solo lane bans out already, and looking to also ban out Darkseid. They want to limit the pool of potential long laners. This gives few long laners left to Team Joey. They may pick up a Windrunner, they may pick up a Doom, they may pick up a Lich for that position now, or they may just go for a 2-1-2 split. They've got a real natural combo in the sense of a Lifestealer. He can really pair up with any other supports, and Queen of Pain's in that mid, so they can abandon the trail lane perspective now and just not worry about having to pick up that solo long laner and just go for a 2-1-2. Joey banning out with their final ban, Jinkero being another one of those great powerful heroes that synergizes really well into that trailing position, but was it going to pay off? Should they have not banned off the Nyx Assassin instead? And I think the answer is obviously yes. Nyx Assassin being picked up by Meklevl Gaming, and Joey picking up Rubik and Lifestealer being one of those two main combos that I see regularly, and I think that is a very strong combo. I would say, what do you think, co-caster? But I do not have a co-caster right at this present. This is just for practice, really, this particular cast.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And you can see here now they're starting to take a little bit longer in terms of their picks for what is going to be the 4-slot or 5-slot position. They're going to use up their bonus time because they want to make sure that with this last pick, they're finalising what their trial lane is going to be, but they're also denying the opportunities to their opponents. They have to be very careful, not just instinctively pick up that hero that's going to naturally fit with their own. They have to think, hey, hold on, if we pick up that hero, what's left in the pool? And in this case, Meklevl Gaming looking to pick up Gyrocopter for that trial lane position. If they do a trial lane, I can see it already here. I can see Shadow Demon, I can see Nyx Assassin, I can see Gyrocopter fitting into an offensive trial lane in the top lane. Looking for those kills, and they can do it. They've got the Impale, they've got the Disruption, followed up with a Gyrocopter Rocket Barrage. That is going to be a powerful early game gank squad that's hard to deal with. On the flip side, Joey, they do have a Lifestealer with the ability to rage out and sort of hold off that offensive power from that tri lane, and he could just have a Rubik to support him. He may not even need a third hero, and they could probably do well. Would they be able to shut down the farm? Would they be able to get last hits? That's down to player skill. It's a lot harder if you're going up against the tri lane, but I think with just those two heroes as a combo just there, they should be able to hold their own. What am I hoping to see? Well, in this particular game, I'm actually hoping to see a Bane pickup here. I think a Bane pickup would be really strong for either team, but that Bane pickup, if they're picked up by Joey, it'd give them this really strong non-escaper but very offensive support for that tri lane if they did do a tri lane, but it would also deny the pick to Meklevl Gaming, and they could save their ban for something else, possibly a carry at this rate. Because Gyro and Clockwork, they're not, and Nyx, none of those are actually purely carry heroes. If I look at this, you can see that
Storm Spirit has arrived.
they all have some level of initiation. Oh wow, and I've been thrown a wild one here, or a from the side by Joey. They've picked up Storm Spirit. I was not expecting there to be a Storm Spirit pickup. Another hero that synergizes very well with the Lifestealer, and you would hope to see that it gives other options to this Lifestealer. What's he going to jump into? Is he going to jump to Queen of Pain? Is he going to jump into Storm Spirit? He can pick and choose based on how the engagement's going and which particular hero is getting better farm or has a better game at this stage. Now they're going into the last bans. We're going to see from Next Meklevl Gaming, they should be looking to ban another support role. They should be banning out. Oh, and they banned out Lena. Don't know if that was particularly wise. I don't know if Joey would have picked up a Lena. They don't have any natural setups for Lena to sort of synergize with in terms of a Leshrac or a Shadow Demon. They have no real combination there. And pick 5 being used on a mid position puck ban for I should say Joey using their last ban to ban up Puck for that mid position, not to fight against Queen of Pain. I think that was very smart. However, now Meklevl Gaming immediately picking up their Elwood Destroyer. They already had it in mind. They knew exactly what they wanted for the mid position, and they've banned out appropriately. In a scenario with Queen of Pain and Elwood Devour, it is a how do I word this? It is a tight call. You know, there is more utility from the outworld, but there is far more damage capability, especially in those early laning phases from the Queen of Pain. And it looks like we're going into a fail. Looks like this is a DC, and we're going to be remaking the game. There seems to be some kind of issue with this particular game, and the game, I don't really know. People are being disconnected, people are reconnecting. I'm not entirely sure exactly what's happening. No, it looks like it is a failed game. And sorry guys, it looks like I will be going on to another game. Not really sure what happened there. In any case, guys, how about I put you onto some music while we wait to find out what happened with this particular team, with these teams. And sorry for having prematurely, I guess, started the cast when I didn't know the team was going to be too strong. Oh no, and it's pretty much straight away. It's going into a pickup immediately, which is lucky that I joined when I needed to join. But as you saw, those teams, those were the teams. They've now got into all pick. They're just going to pick up those heroes really quickly. There shouldn't be any change to that lineup. And we'll just recover those as they go into the position. Yeah, I'll do another plugin. Why not? This is a practice cast. D2NZ. Dota 2 New Zealand is specifically a New Zealand community looking to grow their tournament events. They currently have an event that's happening on the 12th to the 28th of July. It is Kiwi Challenge Series 2. 18 teams going head to head for that title. Will Diet take it out again? Diet having won the Series 1 and won the pre-Kiwi Challenge Series. Also, can they make it 3 in a row? Can they, dominate the game in terms of all the way through their dominant game? They lost only one round to GD, but faced off GD in the final round to take it out quite comfortably. You can see this cast on my YouTube channel. Self-plug. My YouTube channel is www.youtube.com/NZDota2 casting. Those particular streams of those particular games not being particularly good, they are quite chunky, and it's because I had not yet mastered the settings for my new software. What's happened here? Here we go. Right, so as we were talking about before, Outward Destroy being picked up for that last pick for Meklevl. They knew what they wanted. They picked them up immediately, and there was no hesitation there. Rubik being picked up for Team Joey. Rubik being one of my favourite heroes at present, just because the utility in terms of, I think he's a tactical draft. You need to, from my perspective, you need to draft them early. If you draft them early, you can really sculpt the draft. You have that ability to have draft control if you pick up Rubik early, because your opponents, they're not really going to want to pick up heroes with any kind of serious ult that they want to actually also fight against. Some teams, they're not going to worry about it. They're going to have to just try and deal with it as it goes. But a lot of teams will be like, oh, don't pick that Warlock or don't pick that Magnus because we don't want to fight against RP. And that's why I think Rubik is particularly strong in the drafting when drafted early. When Rubik comes at the end of the draft, it tells me that they're looking to steal ults. They see some ults there, or some generic abilities that they're going to be able to spam out quite regularly. And look, in the bottom position here, it looks like they might be in an engagement. Both Radiant and Dire looking to enter the Radiant jungle. But unfortunately, Dire only having 3 players. They don't want to risk it. They don't have vision over the map, so they back out. They can't go in and block those camps with wards, and that's okay. They say we can do that at a later date. Being well guarded by this tri lane we did call. It is Nyx Assassin, it is Shadow Demon, it is Gyro in the bottom lane. In the defensive position. In the offensive position we got a Rubik and a Life Stealer. Oh wait, Rubik was picked up earlier. I have no idea. What did they pick up last? They picked up one runner. Yeah, miscast there. That being a strong combo just by itself, with the addition of a Windrunner into that tri lane, it gives them an extra utility in terms of to chase and pursue fleeing heroes, but also another lockdown with the Shackle Shot and a little bit of extra DPS with that power shot. In the mid position here, we've got, as expected, we've got a Storm Spirit. Might have been a Queen of Pain. She can solo in the long lane, and that's what she's doing here. She's in the safe lane. She is, well, not long lane. She's in the safe lane. She's in the defensive jungle. She is soloing up against a Clockwork. This is probably going to work out slightly in the favour of the Queen of Pain. She is slightly soft, or she is much softer than the Clockwork. The Clockwork does have that ability to sort of get some cogs and some mini stuns to try and lock her down, but she has that powerful blink, and if she uses it really well timed with those screams, she's going to have a great time getting last hits and a great time to be able to force this Clockwork out of the lane. And the bottom here, drawing a lot of my attention, is what's going on with these two trail lanes. Both teams jostling for position, trying to get last hits, trying to deny. Not much denying happening at all. If we have a quick look at the stats, this is very early. It's only like 1 minute into the game, but there's 3 denies in the top lane from Queen of Pain. In the bottom lane, we've got 2 from Gyro and none from anyone else. Where it sort of matters. In the top lane here, Clockwork suffering a little bit from CS, but I'm going to expect to see this through the entire laning phase. She's Queen of Pain's soft. Here you go there, right clicks, just the right clicks from Clockwork really driving out Queen of Pain, and she's got to be careful. Those cogs and that rocket flare could potentially kill her if she's not careful. She is much softer than the Clockwork. Well, she is softer than the Clockwork. She has got far more power to right click him down. But at the same time, she doesn't have any armor. She's going to take that damage. But as we're saying, the CS, it's really in her favor, and I expect to see that all the way through the game in this laning phase. Unless she misplays, unless she mistimes her scream or doesn't have enough mana to escape, that's going to happen regularly. I expect to see a lust that's really coming down from this Queen of Pain, because that's what she does well. In the bottom lane here, we have they're still jostling for position. They've still got the Sprint Runner looking to right-click down whoever they can right-click down, looking for this Life Stealer. They've got this great team here. There's only a Gyro in lane. The other 2 are kind of jostling out of lane. They've stacked the camps, but it has been watered with a Sentry Ward. So although they managed to stack it this time, there must have been a rotation which I missed from the Rubik. Yeah, from the Rubik. No, from the Windrunner, who went around and she just quickly threw down a Sentry Ward to block their camp while they were distracted. And obviously they don't know this because they would have looked at their warding. You saw there, Shadow Demon, he's looking to deward their actual Observer Ward, but he has no idea that there's this Sentry Ward here just yet. And now he's looking to stack again, although he's going to think he either stuffed this up or he's not going to realise that there's camps actually blocked. Both teams playing quite cautiously in this Radiant jungle area. However, the CS is clearly in favour of the Gyrocopter, with Lifestealer sitting way down on like 1/3 of the CS of the Gyrocopter, and this is going to result in, if they don't get on top of this could result in a really poor game for them. Gyrocopter, if he gets that farm early, he's going to really wreak havoc on the rest of their team. Yeah, it's not looking good for this particular defensive trial, for this offensive trial. Although they need to get kills. Yeah, they've gone into this offensive position. They should be getting those kills. That's what they need to be doing. And great pull through here from the Nyx with this camp pull. They've managed to double pull the camp and pulled it right through. This is going to deny a lot of CS. Although they can kind of stay in range and still sort of contest a little bit. But yeah, in any case, it is going to deny a lot of CS. Great pull through there from the Nyx. That's what I like to see from the supports. And we have a small pause. Anyway, let's have a quick look at the islands while we have this pause. We can see here that there's a smoke currently sitting on SD. This gives them some potential there to do a smoke gank quite early or slightly later if they wait for that rotation from the Storm Spirit. Same could be said also for Joey and Team Joey on the Dire. You can see he's also got that smoke. They can do exactly the same thing. They can wait for the rotation in of the Outworld Devourer. I keep calling him Destroyer for some reason, but Outworld Devourer. They can wait for the AOD to come in to rotate in and use that smoke to also help assist and get those kills. So both teams have that flexibility, but it's all in the bottom lane. So this is where the action's going to be. In terms of footwear and who's on what, we can see that there's a double bottle on Team Joey. Both the Storm Spirit and the Queen of Pain having picked up an early bottle. I don't know if that was a wise choice, given that only one of them should really be dominating the roots, and in this stage it should really be that Storm Spirit. He is, after all, in the mid position. He is going to be looking to rotate to the bottom, pick up the runes when he can. Although he can share, so it does give them some versatility. But you can see there from the levels, Queen of Pain doing really well in that top lane, whereas Clockwork, he's just lagging behind slowly, and he's only sitting on just basically a shield and one healing potion, whereas she's sitting on a stick as well as a mana bottle. So it looks reasonably close in any case in terms of items, and it's early game. It's only 4 minutes into the game. But we seem to have some sort of lag or tactical pause. Potentially a tactical pause here between these groups. No, it seems to be some sort of lag slash console issue. OD, no, is it OD? No, Nick's. Yeah, Nick's asking for a pause, and did he actually pause the game? No, OD paused the game. So some sort of lag issue for their team, or some sort of performance issue with their team, and they're just looking to pause that just for now. You may hear some other audio coming in over this cast, just bear with me for a few seconds.
Bad at the moment, but the supports are gonna start to get underleveled, having
Yeah, sorry, that's a caster on another channel. As you can hear from the other caster on the other channel, he's talking about underlevels and positions of the supports potentially being underleveled. I don't know if I agree with that. I think there's great pull. There is definitely for this tri lane that's coming. They're not getting those kills they need. They're not securing those kills that they need to secure. For the defensive tri lane, they've got great pull through, great stacking, and they're going to have no issues with CS and XP for their supports. And we can see here in the bottom lane, Lifestealer sitting on a measly 2 with his 2 supports, both Rubik, and they're all at the bottom of the table, they're all 2s. Whereas Jaro sitting comfortably on a 4, he's got that 2 level advantage over the Lifestealer, but he's also got this humongous amount of CS in terms of gold, and what that's going to translate into is an early trends. Oh, he's going for phase boots, an early phase boots. And that's gonna play some havoc in terms of his ability to right click, his rocket barrage, and also probably his flak cannon doing a lot more damage, given that he's got that huge level advantage. There's no first blood yet, but I'm expecting there to be as soon as the rotation occurs, or as soon as one of these people in the bottom lane, particularly this Dire, make a bad play. If they make a bad play, they're easily going to get picked off by this level 5 Jaro, almost level 5 Jaro. You know, Lifestealer just turning 3 there, so he's only a level behind, but that could mean everything. That's that one extra ability, or there's one extra, there's extra stats that are going to really make the difference. So you can't afford to be behind, given that you have chosen to pick up this defensive trailer. And there's a rotation middle. There's a disruption, followed by a stun, and a purge, and this is a dead Shadow Demon. Wait, Shadow Demon picked it up? That's a dead Spawn Spirit. The kill going to Shadow Demon. I think it was the poison. May have been an intentional kill steal, but it's probably just the fact that he just threw down his poison and it just happened to expire at the wrong time. So there is one slight saving grace for the Radiant, that being that the kill, the Dire, that kill went on to a support and not the carry. And here we have Storm Spirit rotation into the bottom. They're going to use that smoke. No, they're going to go straight into an engagement. They see that SD, they pick him up. There's a zap in there. Disruption down onto himself instead of one of the opponents, and he gets easily picked off. Now it's 1 for 1. Lifestealer picking up the kill. That's what you want to see. You want to see those carries picking up the last hits. You don't want to see supports picking up those hits. And yeah, good job there done by the Dire. Sorry if my casting's a little bit off today. I've had a long day. I've done a lot of productive things, not just within Dota, but around the home. And I am flying solo. I like to just doing this as a bit of a practice, just to have some fun, as I enjoy casting. But yeah, thanks for sticking around and listening to me. I can see I've got two watchers currently online. I'm not sure why you've randomly clicked onto me today, but welcome and have fun, I guess. And we see there's a smoke up here from the mid position, guys. They're looking to rotate into the middle. This OD has no idea he's going to get potentially be picked up again. Is there going to be a electric vortex here? There's electric vortex coming in, and the other 2 rotations in. Oh, nice. No, pick up, and a power shot, and a shackle shot coming down, and that's a dead OD. Having died twice to the same team combination. Good use of that smoke, and especially because they came in through the through the Radiant side of the river, basically diving right past this tower and going past that ward that they had placed there earlier, and that was really good play on their behalf. That was excellent teamwork, good coordination and skills and abilities. Slightly sloppy just because I think there was a line of sight issue with this hill, but they did pick up the kills, so congrats to them. Good play there. I forgot what team they're called now. I joked. Good team, Joey. Good job. Meanwhile, let's have a quick look at the CS again. Queen of Pain starting to steamroll in terms of how far ahead she is in CS. She is sitting quite low in health points. She can get picked off, and she might get picked off right here. She sets a scream, she blinks out. There's the mini stuns being charged, but she uses the one charges. She's going to probably get away from this. Yeah, she's going to get away. That rocket flare coming slightly too late. If it come just before the charges, that would have been a dead Queen of Pain. But you can see here she's dominating the CS. She's at 50 CS pretty much, and the next person's only at 37. That's a big lead here just for... Whoa, and she almost gets picked up by that rocket flare. She's choosing now to use the portal, get the hell out of the dash where she should have probably got it there earlier. And in the bottom lane position here, there's a lot of damage going down onto Lifestealer. There's a pickup by Robic to save his teammate. And there's some body blocking here happening from Joey, but it may cost him his life because they have the impale. I was just about to say that, and it does. He sacrifices himself to ensure that the carry gets out, and you know, you don't want to lose anyone if you can, but that's what you want to do. If it's a choice between losing your hard carry and losing your supports, you should be... Oh, great rotation in from Queen of Pain. Can totally miss that. She's rotated into the bottom after she went back to base to heal. They see the SD. It's going to be another pick off of this dead SD, and there's a gyro also pick off this lifesteal unless he rages. And he doesn't rage and he gets picked up. He doesn't have enough mana. Queen of Pain picks off SD, but Robic is sitting very low. There's a rotation in here from the Storm Spirit. He picks off next assassin, and they get 2 for 1. And that's a great play there. Great reflexes, great rotation, and sort of TP reaction from Team Joey, making up for those earlier misplays. But yeah, unfortunately Lifestealer didn't get away. He didn't have enough mana. This Queen of Pain's going to end up in the same scenario. She's not careful. She is going to end up in the same scenario. No, she has just enough to get away. There's a hook, it misses. There's a disruption, and she's already got that Soul Catcher. All they need to do is hit her with one ability, and she goes down. Windrunner not being able to really do anything there other than throw down a blind shackle shot to try and hold them back. But this Queen of Pain not realizing in how much danger she's in, and she just gets picked off. You know, both teams playing very well. I don't know if this is some kind of tournament or event, but both teams playing exceptionally well. They're playing top level game of Dota. Actually, you know, quite impressed with how everything's going. Again, I am feeling slightly weirded. Oh wait, there's a good reaction there from Megalomania. He's trying to pick off this OD. There's a Queen of Pain rotation coming in. There's a Nyx picking off somebody. There's a good hook there from the Clockwork. This is a disaster for Team Joey. This is an absolute disaster. 3 for none. They went for that gank. It was baited out. Good initiation, good counter initiation from both the Clockwork and the Nyx, picking up Nyx Assassin, picking off 3 for none, swinging the game drastically in their favour at this early stage. Is this the beginning of a snowball effect? Are we going to see these guys start to snowball? OD probably picking up some really vital gold there that he needed, given that he'd taken those early deaths, although his CS is sitting really high versus Storm Spirit's very measly CS. He's sitting at double the CS of Storm Spirit, so that's going to be a much needed boost to what he needed with his assisted, and also he picked up one of those skills. No, yeah, he picked up one of those skills. That's going to be a much needed gold boost, and we see Nyx looking to rotate back into the mid to pick off somebody, but unfortunately there's no one there to grab. Rubik's there by himself. And you know, I'm pretty sure I know what I'm going to see on the gold graph now. I'm going to see, and let's see if it's eating my head on it scenario again. Well, I believe I'm going to see the Radiant sitting at a 1500 gold advantage. Oh, look at that! Close, 2000 gold advantage. Those 3 extra kills and the fact that they're starting to farm much more effectively than earlier in the game. Shows you that they're ready. Oh wait, in the mid position here, I'm looking at a graph when they should be looking at the combat. No action. OD just throwing down one of those imprisonments, but not really getting anything out of it. Yeah, and as you can see here, we've got rotation in from this OD, looking to. I guess you might say, looking here to try and catch up, or try and sort of break away and start that snowball effect that he's almost got in terms of net worth. Let's have a quick look at net worth. There we go, net worth. He is sitting at the top of the table. Net worth. His CS is farming really well. With this Queen of Pain, who is still dominating the table, but not really enough, you know. OD just picking up just that little bit more CS, picked up a couple of extra kills, one extra kill, I should say, and now it's looking, they're looking more comfortable, they're feeling more confident. You can see it in the way they're playing. You can see that in this bottom position here, they're happy to wait for this position. This SD choosing this position regularly, this one single position over and over again, just to stand and wait. And he rotates in, he's looking to take out this, no, and there's the rage, it's forced out the early rage. Is this part of the plan? No, and there's miscommunication there, there's a bit of a turnaround. They were going to go in, they weren't going to go in, and now they backed off. And then the bottom lane here, you've got OD, he's rotated in to help, but there's nothing to follow up on. But as I was saying before, you can see that they're choosing this spot to be the kind of area where they want to sit and wait, and they've done it virtually every single time because they, you know, they know that it blocks vision. But that's also why this area is so great for warding. The Radiant four-manning the bottom lane here now, putting some pressure in on, and we've got two reactionary TPs coming in and from the Dire, both Queen of Pain and Storm Spirit coming in. Everyone's there. This is going to be a bloodbath. Who's going to go in the favour? Oh, and look at all that damage. There's an explosion from the Nyx. There's a gyro ult. Windrunner goes down. Lifestealer goes down. Queen of Pain throws her scream out. Doesn't get anyone. Rubik comes in and throws someone in. Another scream from Queen of Pain. She gets, oh, not her ult scream though, her lesser scream, Scream of Pain, and she gets another hero, and that's 3 for 2. Can they get another? That's 4 for 2. This has not gone in favour of Team Joey. It's actually gone in the favour of Meklevl, just slightly with those 2 extra kills on this particular engagement. They have narrowed the gap slightly. It is now only a 4 kill gap, but great. I'd have to say probably in that engagement, in terms of all the damage, there was a great explosion there from Lifestealer, but the Gyro, with his extra levels, with his extra iron and his extra farm, just proving that how powerful the Gyro can be if he's left the free farm. A bit of missed plays by me in terms of call by call, but that's okay guys, this is what a practice cast is all about, just getting back into the flow of casting. And Gyro's rotated now into the top lane. He's looking to pick up some extra CS, potentially dry pick this lane. He senses some danger from, I don't know where, he's got a 6th sense, and he was right, he backs out. He now rotates into the position, looks like it's going to be a 4-5-man Dota in the middle. Yeah, it's 5-man Dota phase in the middle of the game, in the middle lane. Where is the 5th? We're missing one. I only see 4. No, there's 5, I'm blind. Your caster is blind, they're all there. They're now playing 5-man Dota, they're now sort of roaming as a group. We've transitioned from the laning phase into sort of now the team fight phase. And, you know, we've got this lifesteal all alone. He's overconfident, he's got this rage, he knows that he can escape a lot of early abilities, but they can force that out of him, they can force it early. And we see a rotation into top, they're looking to pick up this Windrunner. She's got a homing whistle on her, there's a stun, there's an impale, and she goes down. Easy pick off for that 5-man Dota. No, and Team Joey need to react a little bit here. They know the other team is starting to 5-man. They need to either split push or react to this 5-man by also 5-manning and meeting them and sort of trapping them in engagements, particularly when they're fighting under a tower. But unfortunately that opportunity probably passed now. This tower is going to go down. There is no reactionary TPs coming in from anyone on the Dire. They're happy to let it go. Uncontested, free money for the Radiant team. See, they're looking. The Radiant looking to rotate into mid now and pick off what was happening. A bit of a split push here happening from. Oh wait, and this OD's out of position. He's been caught. It's 3 on 2. Can they pick up one? Oh, and a nice rocket comes in from nowhere. But unfortunately, 2 for none. SD comes in. He throws in some poison. It's not going to do anything. Good rotate. Oh, and everyone rotates in. There's a clockwork. There's a gyro. Can they pick off somebody? They pick up a Queen of Pain. Yeah, really well played there by Team Joey. They did give up a tower in exchange for 1 death, but they did pick off 3 people. So Team Joey closing their gap. It's still a 4 death gap, but the gold, I'm sure the gold charts will stay. It's still quite substantially in the favour of the Radiant. Look at the net worth. The net worth tells you everything. Look at the CS. Oh, that doesn't tell you the same story. But net worth definitely telling you everything you need to know. And we've got Meklevl sitting at only about 3,000 gold advantage. That's not really a substantial lead, but they are sitting at a 6,000 to 7,000 XP deficit. The Dire's got the deficit. They've got an advantage of about 7,000 XP. That's going to be a number of levels. That's going to put the Dire on the back foot. They're not really going to be able to solo, because they can be easily picked off by a member of the opposing team because of this level of advantage that they currently get, because that's going to be about 2 to 3 levels depending on what hero it is, or how the XP split. And we can have a quick look at that. You can see Queen of Pain sitting on 12. She is the highest leveled hero, but she is on the Dire, and that's good news for the Dire. But you can see a whole series of we see smoke going on here. Smoke Yank looks like it's going to be a rotation into mid with smoke, and they're looking to travel through the jungle. And on this course that they're sort of drawing on the map, it looks like they are going to pick somebody up. It's potentially going to be a farmed Rubik farming, or a Queen of Pain on her own, and they're heading right for them. It's perfect engagement. Vendetta, he's currently under Vendetta, so when he comes out of smoke, he's not even going to come out of smoke. And this Rubik being picked off, not a problem, easy kill. And they're looking for this Queen of Pain. Bit of a slow reaction. She was trying to get a last hit on a creep, and this may cost her life. There is a disruption and a soul catcher. Can they throw some enough damage down onto her? She blinks away the orb, and she's using a TP to get away from it, and she just gets away. But the Storm Spirit being quite isolated. They know he's there. There's a ping, there's a flare. They know where he is. Oh, and he uses that lightning bolt to get out of there pretty quickly. The ball lightning, I should say. Lucky for him, he's so versatile. Now they're now Gyro looking to rotate into the bottom, doing a bit of a reaction to the push that was happening from this Lifestealer, who's been left to kind of free farm for a while now. And even though he's been left to free farm, still has got armlet. Still sitting on level 10, and his CS still being only 80, 20 below the rest of the pack in terms of where he should be, given that he's that hard carry position. Storm Spirit coming in now, and there's an infest. They're looking to do a bit of a bomb. They're going to start roaming around and looking for heroes, or hoping that there's going to be a push into this lane so they can lead Storm Spirit and ball into a next bomb, or Lifestealer bomb. Let's have a quick look at the rune vision, ward vision. You can see here there is a really good ward vision from the Radiant team. They have very good map presence. They're up towers. They've lost no towers, so their vision or area of vision is much greater than that of the Dire, and we can see that now if we quick up to the Dire, they've got this much constructed sphere of vision. Their lanes aren't pushed as much, but more importantly they've lost those towers, and they've got some good warding in the mid position here now. We quickly break away from that to the bottom lane. We see now that there's a bit of a rotation here, no smoke, but there is a bit of a rotation in here, and this could be disastrous, as we know that the Lifestealer is in the area. There is a Storm Spirit. They could pair up for another bomb. No, it's 30 seconds away. They back off, and everyone backs off. Back to the vision. You can see they've got some good wards here. They've got coverage over this normal rune observer ward position here and here, but the loss of those 3 towers is bad. It's really constructing the area in which they can safely farm. And it's now in the phase of the game where heroes can easily die. So even these towers in the mid lane position here, in the tier 2 positions here, they're not really going to provide them huge amounts of protection, given that they are down on levels.
Puny Radiant hides behind their fortifications.
And we see a rotation in, and we see a TP in from the OD to the mid lane. Not sure what he's expecting to pick up. The Storm Spirit, who's going to easily dodge this, get out of the way, and just sort of ball lightning away to make sure that he's safe. Catching this Queen of Pain, catching this Storm Spirit is half the game, and we've got a Queen of Pain next bomb ready to go. They're going to start looking for that kill. Shadow Demon out of position, although he is invisible. Hopefully he's not revealed by any sort of misplay that he makes, or by a rogue sentry or random dust. But no, he quickly positions himself in behind the tower, waiting for the initiation from the rest of the team. He goes out, he goes for the dive, he's going to come in, he's going to initiate on Rubik. No. Yep, right there, there we go, and the rotation comes in. Where's this Queen of Pain bomb? Where's it coming? Here it comes. And boom, the bomb just missing half the team, unfortunately, But there's still a lot of damage going down onto the heroes, left, right, and centre. We've got no one going down just yet. Right clicking on everybody. Everybody's desperate to get a kill. Everybody wants to get somebody. Queen of Pain just picks off Gyro. Great, great, great. And also, oh, good rotate, good open wounds there. They pick off 2 for none. Even though their bomb sort of didn't hit everybody, they still picked up 2 players. And the flexibility of this Queen of Pain in terms of blinking around, and the utility of this Life Stealer, and again also the speed and flexibility of the Storm Spirit, sort of proving too much for Meklevl, losing some of that advantage they currently had. They still got better map dominance and control at the present, but you know, now that they're down a few heroes, the Stars can look to push out the lanes and can look to claw back some of that loss. And yet again, another tactical pause. Could be for the same reason as earlier. Could be some kind of connectivity issue. Let's have a quick look at the issues that we had before. We talked earlier on, we heard the other caster talking just briefly as I was just checking his audio about this tri lane in the bottom not getting enough kills and suffering from being underleveled as a result. And he's right, you know, they didn't get those kills. They went for an offensive tri lane, and when you go for that defensive tri lane, you need to get those kills. If you don't get those kills, you are going to suffer from XP, especially if you're up against the defensive tri lane, because they are eventually at some stage going to start pulling into those creeps and denying the waves of XP. And we're good to go, we're back into it. Looks like Shadow Demon's looking to deny this middle tower. Their first loss of the tower being a deny, and that's, you know, a minor, yet again a slight, I don't know, what do you call it, twerk, or another sort of bitter taste, I guess, in the Dire team's mouth. They haven't got a tower themselves just yet. They've got that extra gold, but that extra gold being somewhat diminished because it was a deny. And they're looking to rotate into the Radiant jungle as a 5-man. Probably a smoke going to be used by Windrunner. Should they group up? No, they're choosing not to do so. They've been spotted or something, because there's a flare that went through. So some of them have been spotted, but they're looking to now sort of group together in this bottom lane and push through to the tower, possibly picking up the second tower. Life Stealer also TPing into their tier 2 tower, also going to try and join them, and yeah, they're going to 5-man duo to this bottom tower. The Radiant see this, they're looking to now try and catch them as they're fighting under the tower. As we talked about earlier, that's when you want to catch them, especially with this Clockwork Hook, especially with this Gyro ult, especially with this Nyx Impale, and this, maybe not CSC. Oh, they just get there a little bit too late. But they're still going to go in. They're still going to push. They're still going to commit. There's a Queen of Pain bomb. They have to be careful. Cogs being used on Windrunner, and Windrunner going to get tricked down by Cogs. And in comes Storm Spirit. Out comes the Queen of Pain. Next bomb. Kaboom! We've got one dead Shadow Demon. Queen of Pain going down to Gyro. A lot of damage coming up from that Gyro, and then Impale going down on Storm Spirit, and he's going to get just taken out, no problem. And that has not gone at all in the way that Team Gyro were expecting it to be. But in fact, there looks like they're going to lose almost everybody except for Rubik, and they do. And that is disastrous. That is an absolute disaster for the Dire. All that good, all those earlier good plays, all that hard work, all that conservative play that they had sort of done, that they had been playing towards over the last 10 minutes, now really sort of, but not to say thrown away, but now being put into a position now where, like, oh damn, that didn't go the way we expected it to go. And it's all been whittled away by excellent plays here from Team Meklevl. You know, especially this Gyro and this OD cracking out so much DPS, and they're good supporting there from both the Clockwork with his cogs. I know he just clicked off just isolated that one Windrunner, but that's what he needed to do. Take out that one hero out of the fight, but also create this gulf in this area here where it was hard for them to engage because of the cogs, and that just gave them that slight, you know, advantage. They could choose to engage if they wanted to, and they did. This is the Radiant. They could choose to engage because they've got the cogs down, and they did. And you know, that's the power cogs. But these guys obviously knowing how their team should function. Good synergy here with all their abilities. They're playing really well. They're overlapping really well. It's still anyone's game. The graphs say it's gone, you know, all that good work there. You can see it on the graph. Bad. Oh, they make all this good work. The game's almost like as close as it's going to get, and bam, it's back in to the Radiant's favor. And again with the other graph. Graphs are not everything. I like graphs. Graphs tell me a story, a timeline of what happens. A lot of people don't like graphs. They think they get in the way of the game, and fair enough. I try to use as minimal graphs as possible, but hey, they tell a story, and I can embellish on that story if I can. Oh wait, and we see a Storm Spirit Bomb here. Easy pick off with the Shadow Demon. Shadow being used, the primary gain of XP, and open wounds onto this next assassin who's on his own. They're pinging out the OD. Can they catch him? Can they get him out of position? Queen of Pain goes in. There's a scream. There's a slow dagger. Yeah, he pops his BKB, but it might not be enough. And there's a scream, and there's everything, but the BKB saving him at the last second. Clockwork rotating in and sacrificing himself for the OD. Open wounds now on Gyro. Gyro unloading as much DP as he can. OD turns around. This is going to be bad. If they can pick up the OD, oh nice. Damn, they don't choose to engage its OD. If they could have picked that OD off, it would have been a 5-man wipe, and that would have been perfect. But great plays, amazing plays here by everybody. Good work there by Team Joey. They've done this thing which I call it their pain train, where they've picked off one hero, and the team that they've just picked the hero off from, so in this case Meklevl, haven't sort of recognized they're in a bad position and they need to immediately retreat. Instead they kind of meander around slightly, stick too close to where the engagement was, and then somebody else gets caught, and then somebody else gets caught, and sort of this pain train of damage just comes steamrolling through. And then when they start to retreat, they don't have the other heroes there to support or help them escape. Or if they want to turn that, if they want to suddenly turn around and make the Dire suffer for any kind of mistake that they make, they can't, because they've already lost those other heroes. So sometimes, when you're in those positions, there's been a pick off, and they are 5-man dodoing. It may be the case like, hey, everybody back the F up, get the hell away from this engagement. Let's recompose ourselves. And let's make sure that we just don't stream single file into them, which is what Meklevl did just in there. And I don't think it was a misplay or they played poorly. I just think they weren't exactly sure, because of the way the vision was going on around this hill, what they were going to do. Next thought he was going to get away, then he didn't, and then OD looked like he was going to sort of go in, then he didn't, and he went back up into the mid lane here and decided, oh wait, no, it's a bad idea, and then he went back down the lane. So it was just this, not knowing what to do. Not reacting that second faster, which is what they would have needed in order to not lose so many heroes in that engagement. And we have smoke up going here from the Dire team, with also a bomb on the Storm Spirit. This is, oh wait, Rubik's being revealed. Rubik's being revealed by something. What was Rubik revealed by? In any case, Storm Spirit going in, and there's that bomb. There's cogs. Unfortunately, there's a cogs, and Storm Spirit just goes down to nothing. There's a Queen of Pain screen. There's lots and lots of damage coming up from this gyro. So much damage, lots of right clicking, and this is going to be a 5-man wipe. It's going to be a 5-man wipe. No, Rubik just gets away with the TP, and Dire excellently played. That great initiation from the Clockwork. That Storm Spirit not being able to really add to that combat, because he was just basically knocked down so quickly, and that was because he was the first person broken out of the smoke. He as soon as he was revealed for smoke, he tracked down that electric vortex, was it? Static remnant, and then they saw him, engaged on him, and just nuked him down really fast. And now, as a result, not only have they lost 4 heroes, but the Radiant have also picked up an Aegis, and this is going to be a tower at least. Bare minimum, I believe this is going to be a tower. I think while they've got this Aegis, they're going to push this tower. So yeah, great initiation there from the Radiant team. That's what really did it. The Dire team staggering in single file into this sort of gank position, and with those cogs again isolating them all, there's nothing they could do about it. Even though they threw down the scream, even though they had the next bomb explosion, even though they had sort of fade bolt damage going into there, it just wasn't enough. There was an ODO. ODO wasn't even used. It was just all gyro, really. Gyro with Nick's stun and cogs, basically. And that's all it required in order to take down those 4 primary heroes in the Dire team. We see him Storm Spirit. He's now reverted to farming the jungle. He's feeling like he's under a lot of pressure and he needs to catch up on items. He has got an X inside him, so perhaps they're looking for the opportunity to pick somebody off in the bottom lane here, or in the mid lane here. We've got Gyro and the rest of the team sort of gathering around, looking to do the same. They've now entered this phase which I call the Neandering phase. I think it's got a better name than that. I don't know what it is, but it's the phase where there's been a few team engagements, and there's been enough for everybody now to sort of be in the mindset that they have to be together as very, very close so that they can react. And both teams sort of jostling around as 5-mans within this kind of safe zone of each of their own side of the map, but not really actually achieving anything. Although, to be fair, there is a number of camps being farmed by both teams, and Radiant is slightly less conjoined, less centralized than the Die team all really not totally bunched up. The Radiant team, they've got a Gyro and they've got a Clockworker all by themselves. The rest of the team's close by, but it's, you know, if there was an engagement right here, right now, these two guys would probably go down, and by the time these guys would get there, there would already be 2 heroes down. But you can now see the same thing happening with the Die team. We've got these 2 heroes slightly isolated from the rest of the main pack. The main pack, you know, basically ignoring what's happening, looking to pick up some CS because they feel underfarmed at present and underleveled. Although, is that true? They're over the official snowballing line, so yeah, that is probably true. Those who don't watch my casts, I talk about the snowball line being 10,000 and the point of no return being 20,000. And in both cases they're over that with both. So this is a snowball, so they really need to get their farm on because they're so far behind. So they're going to start making risks now, which means they're going to be out of position. They're going to be on their own because they need that farm in order to start contesting the game. And look, you can see the last hits here: 190 for Pickle, 152 for Exit, which is Gyro and our world. A big chunk of Radiant now, Dire now, and then everyone else below. And so it is, at the moment though, that's a substantial lead. 193 between Gyro and 152 between Queen of Pain. That's quite huge. And we got a few pings going on in the upper Dire jungle. There's an engagement here. This next caught out of position with Sentry Wards. Miscogged, hit nothing, and there's a bomb. Yeah, there's a bomb. OD drops his ult, doesn't get anyone. Lifestealer almost goes down, but the mech charge saving him. Queen of Pain almost going down, but she blinks out. There's a fair charge. It hits her, but it doesn't kill her. And there's another run in here from Twin Runner with a bomb. A bit of a greedy position. They could have got somebody. Does he explode? He explodes out, but he but he forgets he doesn't regenerate health when he's inside a fellow hero. And the result, he goes down. And then Gyro also picks off Storm Spirit. So great engagement, now just an okay engagement.
Much like cordwood before
Both teams
action
picking up 2
starts.
heroes,
Dyer's
but
top
unfortunately
tower is under
Dire
attack.
losing two carries, whereas the Radiant only lost 2 supports.
Dyer's top tower is under attack. Heaven or hell. Dyer's top
And we can see here
tower
in the
is
net worth,
one of them.
just between the top 4 players, there's a 9,000 gold gap. That is not super huge, but that is going to give them some advantage in terms of items. It's not super huge. It is, you know, when I say that, there's a mech and I don't know, Chrysalis and Treads. So that is versus nothing on the other guys. That it is something, but it's not massive. But you know, probably more importantly is this level gap. You know, Gyro, Wood Destroyer, both on 18, and most of Dire still sitting on sort of 15 to 11. But that level gap from the 2 carries in the Radiant team is really what's going to punish them. And we have a storm. Oh wait, we have an engagement going on in here. There's abilities going down everywhere, and I'm not going to be casting this very well. But we can see it. There's Cogs. There's going down. The Queen of Pain looks to escape. She just gets out. She's got BKB, so she can. Gyro all alone. Oh, there's a next bomb, but he explodes with his rocket barrage and picks off the Rubik and the life. Windrunner is picked up by Nyx as she tries to flee, but they forget Gyro has that Aegis, and this is where they're now being punished for their mistake to commit to this battle while they had Aegis, and this is another disaster for Team Joey. This is definitely going to be a mid-tower, and probably if there isn't a good save here from Queen of Pain and Nyx, this is definitely going to be Central Barracks. just a lot of damage coming out from that OD.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Clockwork choosing to use those cogs prematurely in order to block off any interference from this Queen of Pain lifestealer. The rest of the team now starting to come up. They have to be careful how they engage this. They want to save that tower, but if they engage this poorly and lose too many heroes, this won't just be middle backs, this will be a GG. And we see a great ult being used. We saw a terrible ult being used by Gyro, which is great luck for the Dire team. It missed absolutely everybody. It was slightly premature and not in the right place. His homing missile didn't hit anyone. Nice shackle shot there. Oh wait, wow. And they Radiant turn on the Dire, who've chosen to pursue them, which probably wasn't a smart thing. Everyone goes down except for Lifestealer, and this is GG. As I said before, they have to be careful how they engage this, otherwise it is GG. GG called, and congratulations to that team. This is best of 3 apparently, so we're going to the next round. Thanks guys, and we'll see you in the next round.